you can go there. Okay. So what is the agenda? Okay. I'm going to talk about page breaks, paragraphs, pagination, styles, page numbering, section breaks, headings, special headings, footnotes, endnotes, table and figures, and good practices to use them. Table of content, figure, table, table of content, table of figures, and table of tables, and some tricks as well. And index. Some people like to use index. I've never used before, but if you want to use, then you're gonna know how to use it. Okay. And some pre-arrangements. Okay. It's just minimize this. So I need you to keep your Word opened. Okay, so you can try doing, like everything I'm saying. And I'd also ask you to leave your mic on mute, but just not to interfere on others, like. But of course, if you need to ask something, please just turn your on and ask, okay? And let me know all your questions. And I'd like you to send me your feedback at the end of the training. So because as I mentioned, this is pilot. I want to do like a proper online training and put up in any website, on any website. And then I need your feedback just to improve it, okay? So is everyone ready? Okay. So I'm going to start with my words. I'm going to open here. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Yes. Cool. So, just hide this. Yeah. Okay. I just got this case study. It's the case study we are using for strategic and strategy and leadership. So I just got it just to help us to do. And the first two everyone needs to use to understand about word formatting is this little button here is to show and hide formatting marks, okay? So when you hit this and when you show, you can understand everything that it's happening, okay? So basically,
sorry, Milton, can you
yes?
please share your screen as you're talking so we can grab whatever button you're talking about?
So, sorry, say it again, or did I?
Could you please show us your screen as you're lecturing so we can see what button you're referring to?
I am sharing my screen. Can you say that?
I can see your screen. I can only see you.
Sorry. Can you see the screen?
I can see you, not your screen.
I'm gonna stop sharing and share again.
Thank you.
Can you see now? Cool. So as I was saying, the first thing, and this is the most important thing, is to show your formatting marks, because with these formatting marks, then you can see everything that's going on the background. Okay, so this is just a random text, you know, like the case study that I got. There is no formatting at all, and then I'm gonna show everything. Okay, so the first thing that I mentioned there in the agenda is page breaks. So what people usually do is, let's say this should be in the on the second page, but then if people want to go to put this on the second page, they just press enter, enter. Yeah, this is what most of people do. Okay, but what happens here is, let's say uh, let's say I want to write more stuff here. Okay, and look what happened. Then what was supposed to be here on the top of the page, now it's going down. And every time you write more stuff here, it's going down, 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 and down. So as I said, if you're working with one page, this is very easy to adjust. But if you're working with 100 pages, then this is very hard. So the professional way to deal with this issue is adding a page break. Okay. So for those who are using MacBook, then you're gonna press Command and Enter. Okay. And then I'm gonna create a page break. For those who are using PC, a normal PC, then you're gonna use Control and Return. Okay. Or you can come here, this hard enough, and just insert page break. Okay. Where's the, I think someone just came and just admitted here. Bola and Lisa, they just arrived. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Bola.
Hi.
We haven't started yet, but you haven't lost a lot of things. Okay.
Okay.
So when you insert a page break, you can put as much as text as you want here. And have you seen that as I was adding here, I adding text here, this text was not moving because I just put a page break. It says that my page, we're gonna finish here, and everything that it's after this, we're gonna start in a new page. If I add more text here, I'm saying this part always have to start in a new page. So you can add as much text as you want, and this we're gonna be on a next page, in a new page. Okay, this is helpful when you're writing, for example, your introduction, and then you have your methodology, your discussion, wherever headings you have. Then every time you put this, you know that that part we're going to start in a new page. And let's say if you had like an image or a table or anything in this part here, and if you're doing as the old part, everything will be missed because it would be a mess here. Your table would be cut, your image would be in another page, and when you do this, you won't lose your format. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this. So just to show again, So every time you want to send this to a new page, you're gonna insert a break, okay? Control, return. Then it's gonna be in another page. This, again, control, return. It's a new page, okay? Control, return. Then you can see here, page break, okay? This is the basic for word formatting, okay? Has anyone have any doubt? Oh, Luciana asks here if I recommend to always keep the formatting marks in the text while we are writing. I don't use this that much. What I'm doing when I'm just checking if everything is right, because when you get used to it, then you can just hide. But if you, let's say it's the first 2 or 3 pages of your dissertation that you write, then I would definitely leave it on just to check if everything it's perfect. Then you can just hide. And now and then you can just turn it on, just check everything is okay, but you don't need to leave it on all the time, okay? Is that clear? Okay, so then this page breaks, very easy, very straightforward, okay? Then the second part is the paragraphs, okay? Every time you want to edit your paragraphs, and I don't know, like maybe your supervisor or the School of Business, for example, they have their own guidelines, their style guidelines. You just need to go to format, paragraphs, and then you can see this screen, okay, this window, and everything you need to adjust to their requirements is there, okay? So basically here, let's say I want a special indentation, first line, like half inch, okay? Then, oh, sorry, I forgot to select. Then I'm gonna select the part of the paragraph I want to edit, and I want this with an indentation of half inch, okay? And then it's gonna do this, okay? Or I want to give a special space after every paragraph of, let's say 18 points, okay? So what I'm saying is, I'm going to delete here just to show you what happened. I'm selecting this paragraph here. And I want this to have, for example, 20 points after this paragraph. So after the paragraph, I have a space. So just to prevent 2 paragraphs to be very near, very close one from each other, from the other. So I just add a space. But this is not the best way to use. I'm just showing like what you can do here with this section. Or you can choose like this special paragraph. I want this special paragraph to have 1.5 lines spacing, okay, not the whole document. Or for example here, this happens a lot. I'm gonna just simulate something here. This, let's say you have this. This is very common as well. And then what you normally do is just enter to do this, or even a page break, but you can just say to Word, hey Word, I want this to be together, to be always together. So you just come here, format, paragraph, and then line and page breaks. And then you just select these three options saying that these will be always together, okay? And then when you activate your formatting marks, and then you can see like these small squares here, it means that these will be always together, okay? So if I try to delete here, I can't do, because there's no space. For example, look, if I try to put this apart, you know, like to separate them, I can't do. So this is what this pagination makes, okay? Just an overview, you know, like of these paragraph options. And then now you're gonna start using. Any questions so far? Just an overview of the paragraphs window. Questions? No questions? Okay. So now it's the most important part. That's the part that's gonna save a lot of time for you. This is the most important part. It's the style, okay? I'm using like a Word for a MacBook, but I think it's almost the same for Windows, okay? Then you can go to Styles, Pane, and then you can see all your styles here, okay? All the text that you are using here, it's the normal style. This we can call as head 1. This I could call as head 2. This I could call as head 3. Let's say, just an example, okay? And what you need to do is to say how you want this, okay? And then what you have to do is, when you have your guidelines, for example, and then they're gonna say, hey Milton, I want you to use Arial 11, let's say double space, okay? And I'll change afterwards the other option, okay? So you can see that all your normal, everything you selected as normal has changed to Arial double space. So you don't need to select everything or to go in every section of your dissertation, you know, like to change this. You just need to change the style in everything that you have typed. It's gonna be changed, okay? And then let's say that your supervisor, they want like a indentation, for example, and then you can come here on the bottom of this window, and then you can change font, you can change paragraph, you can change language, numbering, okay? You can change everything. You are customizing your style, okay? Then you can come here, paragraph. So it's the same window that we were using before. Then you just, oh, I want a special indentation, like the first line with 1/2 inch, okay? And I want like a space of 12 points after every paragraph, okay? And then it's going to change all the words, okay? So this is very basic, and this is going to save you a lot of time when you are doing your dissertation, okay? So I don't want double size, double space. I want like 1.5. Then just change here, and it's gonna change all the text. Okay. So what I have only 12 pages here, but imagine if you had to double check this in a 100-page document. Okay. So what else you could do is, I want this like justified both sides. I change here again. So all your text is adjusted. Okay. Are you guys managing to follow my instructions, or is it too fast or too slow? Could someone just say something? Would you like some time to try on your words, or is it fine? Cool. If you have any question, any problem, just let me know. Okay. So this normal, because this is style, this part, this section is actually, as I said, the most important part, you know, like, and then heading, let's say my heading, that is this part, I want it with black color, font size, let's say 18, bold, and I want to put like a number before, just say, you know, when you do like introduction, 1 point introduction, 2 point methodology, or 1.1 literature review, or, you know, like the headings and subheadings, let's say. Then what you need to do is you go, start it over, just you come here, style, modify style, okay? Then let's say black, bold, 14, you can come here and numbering, okay? And then here I can choose the way I want, you know? You can select 1, 2, 3, or like Roman, or ABC, okay? But the most common that we use, it's this here. We can choose this here, or this here, 1 point or 1.1, okay? For how do I repeat the same heading on all pages? I want case study to be repeated on all. Oh, okay, this actually header. I'm gonna show you. Actually, I forgot to put this on the agenda, but I'm gonna just write here, just to remember. We had the header and footer. I'm gonna show you. It's very, very easy, this, okay? But, so can come here, okay, again, format, numbering, okay? You can choose which style of number you want, and then okay again. So you have here case study, it's 1. Then my background, it's gonna be my, let's say, my second page, like introduction, methodology. Okay, let me change just to make it clear. Methodology. And this is gonna be my discussion. So you can see that when you use this style, you can have as many headings as you want, and we're gonna calculate automatically. Like you don't need to double check if it's for example, if here it's 3, it's 2, it's 5, it's 6, so you don't have to control yourself. It's gonna be automatic, okay? And this is oh, let's say this an example. For example, case study, it's all capital letters, and here, for example, it's not capital letters. Okay, it's normal. But I want all my headings, my first level to be all capitals. Then you can come here to modify your style, and then format, font. It's opening, and then here all caps. So I'm saying that when I have a heading, like the first level of headings, it's always going to be all caps. For example, here, okay, and you can see that it changes the numbers here, okay. And another point is that you can do, for example, most of the lectures, they ask you, when you have like a first a level 1 heading, for example, introduction, methodology, findings, references, conclusion, like when you have like first level headings, they ask you to put this in a new page, okay? So what you can do, if you don't want to put like a page manual here, you can modify your style to say, I want to have a page break before this heading, okay? So I can just select here, okay? I'm gonna do it slow. Modify style, format, paragraph, and then I can select page break before here, and okay. What I'm saying here, every time I have a new heading, a new level 1 heading, I am gonna have a new page. This has to be in a new page. So as you can see here, for example, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So it's always in a new page. Did you get it? It's kind of easy, okay? Any questions so far? Cool. So this is my level 1 heading, okay? I prepared a new document to show headings for you, and just select it. Can you see this new Word document with only headings? Chapter, yeah, cool. Why it is? Because for our dissertation, it's a little bit different from what we have been doing, okay? So they want us to write chapter, sections, you know, and so it's a little bit different, but it's not hard, okay? So what I'm going to do here is, I think I have something right. Let's say I have this, I'm going to delete everything here and start a new document so we can make it together. It's this one, sure. Okay. Just started a new document so we can make together so you can understand, okay? Just deleting this, this, okay? So, Lauren works in our business school. So she said, she sent us the guidelines for the dissertation, and then I found there that they want us to do like chapters and all this stuff, okay? And if you enable here stay upon panel, so you cannot see chapter, okay? So you have to do it yourselves. So what we're going to do is, I'm gonna say that my level 1 heading, it's gonna be my chapter, okay? So heading 1, modify style, then format, numbering, okay? And then here you have bullet numbered and outline numbered, okay? And then we have to choose here, let's say this one, okay? Sorry, numbering, I'm going to choose this one, and then customize, okay? So we can make the way we want. Then in customize, I'm saying that my level 1 always has to have chapter. So it's going to be, instead of 1 point literature review, it's going to be chapter 1 literature review, okay? Methodology, instead of 2-point methodology, it's going to be chapter 2 methodology, okay? So if you don't find this chapter, let's say if you open this and it's this way, just 1 point, let's say, you can write whatever you want here, chapter, and then you can choose the number format. Let's say I want chapter 1, I want chapter 1 in Roman, I want chapter A. You can do whatever you want, okay? Let's say I want, just an example, chapter first, okay? And I'm gonna just say, okay, okay, so you can see what's happening. And then when I choose here literature review, and if I click here chapter, it's saying my chapter first is literature review, okay? Then I'm gonna say adulthood is my chapter 2. When I choose it and I click here, my chapter second, it's gonna be adulthood. And better, as we've done before, I want this to be in a new page, so, sorry, format, paragraph, line and page breaks, and page break before. Okay, okay. So every chapter, it's going to start in a new page. Okay. Then I want this now, modify style, format, numbering, customize. Just a silly example, just for you to realize that you can do whatever. Let's say I want this to be named Milton. Then it's going to be Milton, Milton. Okay. So you can do whatever you want here. Customize. And here, let's go back to chapter and number style, Roman. Okay. And if you want to change, let's say now I want to format my second level, I don't need to get out of here and select the second level. I can do from here. Okay. So here, then my second level, it's going to be section, then my section 1. But let's say I want my section, this is very important, I want my section to include the number of the chapter. Let's say if my chapter is ABC, okay, my chapter is ABC, and I want my section is inside this chapter, okay, and then I want my section to say section A from my chapter, point 1, that is my first section, okay? Then what I need to do is section, space, and here include level number from level 1. And then you can see that section A from chapter A, and 1, it's my first section, okay? And then, okay, just press okay. And now your chapter is chapter A. And when I choose here section, it's going to be section A from chapter A, and 1 from, it's my first section. Here, let's say early age is my, just adjust this here. Early age is my second section. So section chapter A and section 2. Okay, this is very important to adjust all your headings, and you can do a third level if you want. Okay, let's say modify style, format, numbering, customize. Okay, and now let's say my third level, it's gonna be, we can call, just delete from start from 0. Okay, my third level, I want to be called subsection. Okay, and then I want it to be followed by the chapter number. Then if I want point or an hyphen and whatever, no, let's say a dot. Okay, subsection A dot, my section is number 1 dot, okay, and then this is chapter section, and then I have to put now the number of this level. Okay, so I have level 1, level 2, and this is third level. I have to include here, and I want the last level to be first, let's say. Okay, so I have chapter, section, and subsection. You cannot forget to put this to select the number style for this level. Okay, and then you can press OK. But before doing this, there are other options here. Okay, for example, I'm going to explain this better in a moment. But here, for example, follow number with tab character. Tab character, it's like a big space between the number. Let's say after first, it's going to have like a huge space. So what I usually do is space, just a space. So there's not a huge gap between the number and the title of the section. Okay, and then okay. So now I have my 3 headings set. Okay, chapter, section, and subsection. And here I have chapter, section, and this I want this to be a subsection. Then I have here. Okay, so my subsection is going to be chapter, section, and subsection, and then the title. Okay, any questions so far? Is everything good? Cool. As I said, I'm gonna put up this video if you want to go back to any specific section, or if you want, after the training, if you want to ask me, I can help you, no problem at all, okay? And of course, first you have to learn like the harder way, okay? And then I'm gonna teach you like the easier way, because if you know the harder way, the easier way, it's gonna be even easier, okay? What you can do is, let's say, I want this here to be, let's say, 20 bold and right, let's say, and I want it to be justified and to be in the center of the page, okay? But I don't want to be changing everything on the modify style. Then what we can do is, as you can see, this chapter A, chapter B is here, okay? And what I can do is I select everything here. I select this that I modified, that I said the way I want it, and then I go here on my style panel, and then I just click update to match selection. Done. And as you can see, it changed all the chapters to that. This is the old one when I copy and paste. But if I, let's say if I do this, okay, so I modified the chapter, the style, okay? This same again, I want bold, I want in the center, and I want to be black, okay? Then when I select here, and instead of modify style, I just update to match selection. So all the sections, they change it automatically, okay? If I apply the style here, okay? You have to say towards what this is, because if I don't say, let's say, words won't understand that this is section A. So you just need to go on your style panel and just select and say this is section or this is a chapter, okay? You have to say, right? This is second option. But of course, this is gonna save some time, but if you want, let's say here, I want to have more space between the heading and the paragraph, you need to go here modify style, and then format, paragraph, indent and spacing, and then you can choose here, let's say 24. Okay, so after all these sections, you're gonna have a big space just not to be so close to the heading. Okay, and then you can do the same here, paragraph, paragraph. Okay, okay, guys, this is the hardest part. If you understood this, I would say that 80% of your work is done. Okay, so do you have any questions so far about it? No? Okay. So what I recommend you is to, when you are starting your dissertation, your work, okay, after doing like one page, you know, after starting it, actually, you can set everything, or even you can write one page or 2 pages that there's not much, you know, like to change. Then after having your 1 page or 2 pages, then you can do this, you know, like, so when you write in the following page, so you just apply the styles, it's going to be much faster. So basically you just need to worry about it one time, you know, like at the very beginning of your work. Okay, and then this was the headings, and then I want my normal or my body text to be, let's say, size 11, 1.5 space, and I want the first line to have 0.5 inch, okay, or 1.27 centimeters. I want to be justified, and here you don't need to change anything. Okay, 0, 0. Okay, okay. So as you can see, it changed all your normal. It's like the body text, it's the content. Okay, it's not the headings. Okay, cool. And now I will be back to my other file here, our case study, so we can see other tricks. So now I have my heading here. I'm gonna change the way we did on the other file. I want this 16. This is my level 2, so I want this 14 black. And as I said, we can come here, update, and then I will modify style just to add numbering to be on level 2. Just make sure 1, 2, 3. I don't need subsection in this one because it's just an example. Okay, okay. So I have here, let's say I want this bold. Here, update match selection. Here, if there's a number here, it seems that I've pressed enter, just delete it. Okay. And or if I want this to be everything aligned here, I can just do it. I have some tabs here, tabs, clear all tabs just to remove it. left. Okay. And then now I want everything to be on the left, and then I can just come here and update match, update to match selection, and update to match selection. So everything that I select after this will follow the same structure that I've changed there. Okay, cool. Oops, did something. Any questions so far? Everything okay? Just follow the agenda here. Okay. So now we're gonna go according to our agenda to page numbering in section breaks, okay? So what usually happens is if you realize, let's say, let's get rid of this. I'm gonna remove this here, clear formatting. Let's say I'm gonna include a page break here, okay? Control return, and I'm gonna leave one page blank here, control return again for our table of content. I can just write here, table of contents, okay? And now we need to put the page numbers, okay? Sometimes we know that the supervisor and even the guidelines, they ask us to put the page numbers only after introduction, okay? So let me just apply that to, okay. So after the introduction, if I try to do this here, so, sorry, just, you know, like this empty space here, that is your footer, you just double click, okay? And then you're gonna see here page number, and then you can page number, and I want the page number to be on the right, okay? You can format here just to choose if I want, for example, A, B, 1, 2, or Roman, or whatever, okay? And let's just say, okay, okay. What's happened here? Word doesn't know, you know, like where you want it to start. So it started from the very first page, 1, 2, 3. So what I want is, I want introduction to be my page 1, okay? So there is a trick to do it, and I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna show you what you have to do. So what you have to do is, we applied here a page break, okay? But if you want, what you really want is, you want to break your document, let's say, in 2 different sections. So you have your first section, it's the cover page, it's the table of content, it's the, I don't know, acknowledgements and whatever, you know, like, and then you have the second part, the second section, that it's your document itself. It's introduction, literature review, and whatever you want to put there, okay? So if you want to have like a proper page numbering in this document, then you have to do this, okay? So I'm gonna delete this page break just to make it easier, okay? And instead of page break, I'm gonna insert a section break, just to let Word know that I'm gonna do I want to break this document in 2 parts, okay? So you go to layout here on your ribbon, layout, then here you're gonna see break, and you just click on this arrow and you're gonna select section breaks, next page, okay? So as you can see here, it's different. Now it's section break. As you can see here, this page break, this section break. I'm saying that after everything after this line is a new section, okay? So now here I have a new section starting from introduction, okay? Now I can double click here on your footer, and then first, this is very important, you have to disable this because now it's marked linked to previous. So I'm saying that this section is linked to the previous section. I want this to be a separate section, so no connections. Now, so link to previous, you just disable this. Then now you go to your page number, right, format, start at 1, okay? And then, okay, great. Now, your page number is starting in 1 on your introduction section, and here you don't have anything as planned, okay? But let's say you want here a different numbering system. You can come here, page number, page, format, let's say ABC. Okay. Then now I have my cover page with A, table of content, B, and then on your introduction, sorry, in your introduction, 1, 1, 2, 3 to the end. Okay. Is it clear? Do you have any questions? No? Okay. So I will be back to the other document again, just to show you, because sometimes it's a requirement as well. This is our example with chapter and everything. Okay. So let's say I want my page number to include the chapter. So I just need to go here, include chapter number, and then I'm saying that my chapter number is in the heading 1, like that I put here as chapter A, B, C, D, okay? And then I can select here heading 1 is my chapter number, and then I just click OK, and then I'm saying here, this is my chapter A, page 1, this is my chapter B, page 2, this is my chapter C, page 3, okay? If I don't want my chapter, I want my section, let's say, okay? So chapter A, section 2, page 1. Chapter B, section 1, page 2. Okay? So this is basically the difference between, because I'm not sure if they want us to put this chapter number on the page, so you know how to do it. Okay. So be back again to the other document or history. Sure. Okay. So what Fola asked me is if I want to put like case study in all the pages. So on the bottom I have the footer, and on the top I have the header. I just need to double click here, and then I can write whatever I want here. Let's say case is study. Oh, let me just format here. Single. Okay. So I want this case study. I want this case study to be in all the pages, okay? So I can write whatever I want here, case study, Milton, okay? So this is gonna appear in all the pages. Everything I include here will be, whatever I put here, it's gonna be in all the pages, okay? If I want to include, let's say the page numbers on the top, I can put here as well. Okay, so now it's on the top. Okay, and on the bottom as well. Okay, hey, follow was, oh, cool. So that was your question, right? Cool. So again, just double click here and you can put whatever you want. You can change the, if you want bold, if you want, let's say, smaller, okay? And even you can put image here as well. Let's say I want an icon. Let's say this one, insert, okay? I want it smaller. Just an example, okay? You're gonna see all the page have the same, you know, like what you included there, it's gonna be in all the pages. Okay, cool. So talk about page numbers, headings, special headings. Now let's talk about footnotes and endnotes, okay? Let's say here, let's go back to my document, that one, okay? You can see the case study, right? Because I've changed the screens here. I don't know which one is. You can see now. You can see the case study with my name. Cool. So let's say footnotes is I want to explain something on the footer of the page. Okay, let me just change this configuration so you can see. Single. You don't need to do this. It was just okay. So let's say after this name, me there, for example, I want to explain what this is. Okay, so you can come here, references, insert footnote. Sometimes this is very, very handy Okay, so I explain media is I don't know, German company and whatever. Okay, then you can explain there. And here you're gonna see this number one. It's linking to this explanation here. Okay, but if you think this footnote, let's say it's, oh, it's very big, you know, like the fonts are big and I want it to be smaller, then you can select here home, let's say 8, and then here on your style, and then you can see, you can find your footnote. Let me try this one. Otherwise, you can create a new one. Oh, Luciana, because you might, this was actually my next explanation. I think you choose endnote. You have to choose footnote. It's the A, B one, okay? The footnote, it's different. Just try there. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's say, this is a good example here. I don't have a style ready for footnote. Then what I can do is I can create a new style. I want a style to footnote, then new style, footnote, okay? This is just paragraph and character, okay? I have here, but no, I know what's happening, sorry. We don't need, but let's create a new one, okay? Just in case. I'm gonna show you what's happening there. Okay, and then I'm creating a new style for a footnote. So I put like there footnote, okay. So it will be here, footnote, okay. Then you can just select and say this is a footnote and it's gonna change, okay. Here, I want another footnote to explain kukas. And then I go on the bottom and say, German brand of robots, okay? And then I select here and I say this is a footnote, okay? I just created a new style. But the point is, I can't see footnote here because on my style panel, I here list recommended. So if I put like all styles here, I can see all the styles already available. And then if I go to F, I can see here footnote, okay? That's why I could not see, but I created a new one. It's different from what I created, but you can create as many styles as you want. For example, for a table or image, you can create your, okay? So this footnote, the difference between footnote and endnote is footnote goes on the same page and endnote will go at the end of the document, okay? So let's say here, I'm gonna include here endnote, okay? In just whatever, okay? So this is in the end. I'm gonna do this. Okay, so the end note go on my page 15, you know, like that's the difference, okay? If I here end note, okay? So that's the difference, okay? So footnote goes on the same page that you included the reference. Okay, so you want to explain what that is on the same page, and EndNote, everything goes to the last page. Okay, is it clear? Okay, let's move on. And now I want to include my table of contents. Okay, so I will be able to do the table of contents only if I have all the styles saying what is heading one, what's my first level, my second level, my third level. Okay, I'm gonna show you the other document here. I'm gonna delete this one. Okay, so I have here my chapter, my section, my subsections, everything that I've done. Okay, so I have put all the headings, level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, and I want a blank page, so control return to include, let me enable here, to include the page break. Everything, this is important, so everything that I write after this line here, page break, will be on the next, like it will be carried out to the next page. Okay, so if I write here, this is gonna happen. Okay, so I have to write before the line. Okay, so you can do whatever you want here. So I'm gonna just write, that's the way I like to do, table of content. Okay, then I don't need a style for these. I can just, because it's just one off thing that I'm gonna write. Okay, then I will go in references, table of content. I like to do this, custom table of content. Then formal, it's basically the way we have to use. Okay, and then I don't like this, use links instead of page numbers. Why? Because I'm gonna show you with this, then after I'm gonna change. Okay, and okay, so table of content, custom table of content, then you can choose the format you want. So I choose formal. Okay, and it's done. Okay, so the difference is I left this option here, use links instead of page numbers. This for me it's so annoying because it's here, and if you want to select this, for example, if you just click here, it goes to the page, you know, and sometimes you just want to select to change something and you're moving, you know what I mean? So what I usually do is, I'm gonna delete this. So table of content, custom table of content, and I just remove this, check, I uncheck this, and then okay, because if I click here, it's here. Okay, so it's easier for us if you want to change anything. And this table of content, but let's say I don't want 3 levels, I just want 2 levels. Okay, you can come here, table of contents, and just remove it and do a new one. Custom this, and then I can come here, options, okay, and then I can remove this. This is one way, or I can just choose here 2 or 3. Okay, if I change this, I'm gonna say if I have 4, you know, like 4 levels, because sometimes you're talking about so many subjects and then you think that you need to put everything, so you can decide I just want like 2 levels, for me it's enough. So I just have like the main topics, you know, like chapter and sections. Okay, I don't have everything. I'd say this is a good practice. Okay, so this is table of content. Any questions on table of content? No questions? Okay. So I will go back on the case study. Okay. So this is another good practice. I just put here one table. I'm just trying to find it. Okay. This is just an example, okay? Let's say you have one table on your document, okay? And then you have to include a caption. Then I think most of you know how to do it, but then just select the table and then references, okay? Insert caption, okay? And then you can choose here. I'm gonna put this is just an example. Okay, and I'm saying that it's a table, and then I'm saying the position is above the selected item. You just need to do it one time. If I want this below, I'll click here, but we know that table, we have to put the caption above and figures we put below, okay? And then, okay, so my caption is here. What I would say almost nobody does is this. This is very important. So put on your listening ears because this is a very good trick. If you have like 100 pages, thousands of tables, for example, then most of you do this according to table 1, the company, la 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 la, okay? And then now you're revising your work, and then you decide that you're gonna put the table here, okay? So now this is your table 1, and this is your table 2, okay? But of course, if you go here and insert, this is another example. Okay. Word understood, and now this is table 1. Let's say, according to table 1. Okay. And then this is, so this is table 1. Table 1, it's correct. But what happened here? Now this is table 2, and here it's table 1. And when you have loads of pages, loads of tables, or loads of figures, this is going to be a mess because you have to ensure that everything is correct. So this is a very good trick, guys. You go here on references, and instead of typing table 1, you're going to go here, insert cross references, okay? And then you're gonna select table. I don't want the whole caption because the whole caption is table 1, this is an example. Like I just want the label and the number. Insert. No, sorry, I chose the wrong one. I'll just delete here. Sorry. I do choose the one. So insert cross-references table, and this is table 2. So I'm going to select table 2. Insert, close, table 2. Here, insert, cross-references, table, only label and number, table 1. Okay. Why this is important? Because if now I changed everything and now I include a new table here, and I have a caption. Okay, this is the third table. It's here. So now this is my table 1. Okay, this is my table 2. Okay, and then if we just go here, oops, sorry. I just need to select one of this, okay? And then I will, sorry. Oh my God, my mouse is. When you select one and then click with your right button, okay, again, right button on your mouse, and then update field, they will recalculate everything, and then all the tables, the word will change. So now I have here table 3, table 3. So what I'm trying to say is, because this is going to be connected to this, okay? So, oh, I hate this mouse. So here, update, and it's going to update, okay? Did you get it? Any question? So basically what you need to do is you're going to insert your table, you're going to insert your caption here, and instead of you typing manually the number of the table, you can do that, you know, like cross-reference. And then I'm going to insert table of table, insert table of table. I will unmark this. Okay, it's here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So just found something. Let's say I'm going to include another one, another table here, here, here. I just found what's happening. So here, insert caption, blah, blah, blah. It's here, and according to cross-references, table 1, blah, blah, blah. It's here, close, okay. So I just found out what is happening. So table 1, table, and didn't put this one. Table 2, table 3, it's wrong. But what you have to do is, after you put your table of table, okay, this table of tables, tables, okay, and you need to update it, you just go here, right button, update field, update entire table. Okay, so now I have table 1, 2, 3, 4, and then table 1, table 1, table 2. I didn't put the cross-reference here. Table, yeah, I have to update here. It was supposed to be automatic. I have to check here what's happening. I don't know if it's with my Word actually, but I'll double check and come back to you. But it was supposed to automatically update. But what I recommend you, if you could try on your Word on Windows, because my is a Mac and sometimes I have these problems, but just use this, you know, like cross references, because it's going to be much better for you. Okay. And what else? Head and footer. And the last point is index. Almost anyone use this, to be honest, because I never use it, but if you want to use, for example, you want, let's say, Asia. You want to create an index of the word Asia, and you want to track all the, you want to inform your reader all the page that the word Asia come up, okay? So you just need to select the word Asia, mark entry, so main entry, Asia, okay? And then you're gonna say mark all, close. So all the word Asia is gonna be tracked. Heute, mark entry, heute, mark all. Now let's say stake shareholder, mark all. Another one, packaging, mark all, close. Okay, so I marked all the words that I want to include in the index. And here at the end, I'm going to include the index, okay? So I just come here, insert index. Then you can just choose whatever format you want. And then let's say this one. Yes. And then all the words that I choose, Asia, for example, it appears on the page 5, 10, 13, packaging page 8, heute 8, 10, 14, 15, 16. Okay, this is an index. And then you just need to put a title here, let's say index. Okay. And just a last one, just to finish off. It's, let's say, because I just put this here to show you and I forgot, is, let's say you have a citation, okay? And you know that the citation, let's say, has to be on this position, with single spacing and with font 8 and italic, okay, let's say. And then you can create style for citation, and then you can just come here and sorry, let me just say new style citation, okay? And just okay, and it's here, okay? If you change anything, oh, I want this on this position, it just come here, update to match selection, okay? It's easy. So every time you have a citation, you just need to apply, like the style citation, okay? Oh, I think I have to put here on this position, yeah, okay. Here. Every time you want to clear a format, you want to remove all the formats you put, you just click here, clear format, okay? You can apply again, whatever you want, okay? So I think, just sure. So I think we covered everything, page breaks, paragraphs, and pagination, like that, window, what you can do with that part. The style, the most important part, page numbering in section breaks, headings, special headings, like the chapter, a subsection, you can create whatever you want. Footnotes, endnote, table of figures, table of content, table of figure, table of tables, okay? And header and footer, and the index. I think was everything there. Just stop. Yeah. So guys, I think we covered everything. I'd like to hear from you if you have any questions or so. What do you think? Thank you, Adedayo. If you want to speak, you can speak. No, because yes, I will